These products make over $6,000 in passive income every month, and the store that sells them has already made over $440,000 in total revenue. Now, there are much more successful examples like this store right here, which has made almost $1 million selling a similar product. So the product in question are these minimalistic map prints that are really successful on Etsy, and people generally buy these to decorate their homes or offices or as gifts for someone else. Now, as an architect, I've always been a huge fan of these kind of maps, but it never occurred to me that selling them could be so profitable. So I'm going to show you how to create beautiful map prints like this from start to finish. Now, the process is super easy, and we're going to go over the tools required, where to get the maps, and I'm also going to show you how to customize them to make them look amazing. And by the end of the video, I'm going to give you a great tip that is going to help your listings really stand out from the crowd. Now, the great thing about this product, like others we reviewed on this channel, is that it gives you a wide range of options when it comes to selling it. You could sell pre-made map prints of famous cities and towns, which would be really passive because you only need to create the maps once. But you can also choose to sell custom maps and offer your clients the option to personalize them with different color combinations and styles. This is a great way to niche down and avoid much of the competition. Another benefit is that you can actually profit twice from this product by selling it both as a digital download and as a physical print-on-demand canvas or poster. So in order to create the maps, we're going to take reference from a couple of examples that we can find on Etsy. The first one will be a more minimalistic and clean design like this one, but I'm also going to show you how to create a slightly more intricate one like this one right here that also includes the silhouette of the city, which complements the map phenomenally. So the first step, of course, is to get the actual maps. Now, there are plenty of sites out there that will offer you a limited selection of maps. Some of them will allow you to edit the maps to some extent, others won't, and some of them unfortunately won't allow you to use the maps without a license. So after doing some research, I found the site that I believe is the best for this kind of job. This site not only makes the whole process of creating really good quality maps super smooth and simple, but it also provides you with a Creative Commons license, which allows you to download the maps and use them commercially, which is exactly what we're looking for. This site will also give you access to literally any place in the world, so not only you can create a map of New York, for example, but you can also create maps of smaller cities like Aspen or even really small and remote Swiss towns in the middle of the Alps. So the site in question is called SnazzyMaps.com, and I'll be sure to leave a link in the description. Now, the way it works is people basically use this website to create different map styles for a multitude of uses, combining different colors and line types, and the results are just amazing. So if you go to the top of the page, you'll see the different options you can access. Now, for the purpose of creating downloadable maps that we can transform into awesome minimalistic posters, we're going to go to the Explore Styles section. Now, here you'll be welcomed with a series of preset maps, some of which already look amazing in my opinion. And as you can see, they differ not only in their colors, but also in the references they include, the line type they use, and other details as well. Now, if you go to the top of the page, you can search a specific style, or you can just filter through a series of characteristics, like for example, colorful maps, complex, dark, and many others. In this case, since we're aiming for a minimalistic design, we're going to choose monochrome. We can also choose which monochromatic tone we want to use, like black, blue, gray, and so forth. We're going to choose black for this example. Now, I think I'm going to go with this one, Monomap. This combination was created by David, and if you click on it, you'll get to this page. You can go ahead and close this section of the page by clicking here, and now you're presented with the full map. Now, as you can see, in this case, we got New York by default, but you can definitely navigate this map freely. You can zoom in and out and move around as much as you want. If you go to the top right hand side of the screen, you can search any place you want, and the same style will be applied to that area of the world. Now, as you can see, the more you zoom in, the more detail you'll get, and the more you zoom out, the more simplified the map will look. I actually think somewhere in the middle gets you the right amount of detail. So let's go ahead and personalize this map so you can see how easy this is. If you go to the top left side of your screen, you'll find the option to customize the map. This first column is the features, where you can find every single component of the map. Now, you'll notice that some of these items have a little green dot next to them. These are the items that are actually present on this specific map style and are therefore open to customization. You can think of this list as layers within a drawing, like in Illustrator or Photoshop. So let's say, for example, you want to modify the color of the water. You'll scroll down to water and click on it, and you'll get a second column showing you which elements within the layer are available for customization. In this case, it is the fill within the geometry. So just click on the fill element, and here you can choose the color of the water. In this case, I want the water to be white. Now, because I have a very specific style in mind, I'm also going to change the man-made landscape to black. Now, as you'll see, some of the streets and highways suddenly disappear, but that's because they're also black by default. So we're just going to locate the roads and highways layers and change them all to white. Already this is looking pretty good in my opinion. And you can see how easy and intuitive the process is. This right here is the kind of super minimalistic map design that I like, and it is similar to the ones we saw on Etsy. So once you get to a place where you're happy with your design, you can choose to save your style, and then you can go ahead and download your image. Now you want to turn the dimensions of the frame all the way up to 1000 pixels, and then center the image on the frame to make sure that you're capturing the exact section that you want. You're also given the option to choose the scale factor, which you definitely want to set to 3x. Now if you're happy with it, just click download and the image will be downloaded as a PNG to your computer. Now at this point we're almost there. We already have our map, so all we need to do now is just make a few minor adjustments in Photoshop to make it look amazing. So go ahead and open your PNG in Photoshop. Now the first thing you want to do is set your canvas size to the proportions of a standard poster size. You can definitely play around with this and offer different sizes and proportions, but for this example, just go to the top where it says image, select canvas size, and change it to 3300 by 4200 pixels. I'm going to show you exactly where I got those numbers later on. Okay, so this is basically your poster. So the first thing you want to do, and I would definitely recommend you guys to do this, is convert your image to a smart object. This will basically allow you to change the size of your map as many times as you need to without losing quality in the process. Now you can definitely use the map as it is, but I really like it when the map has a round silhouette like in this example right here. So we're going to draw a circle, place it in the center of the map, and then basically mask everything outside the circle. This will give us a round map, which I believe looks really good. Next, we're going to create a white background on a new layer, and finally, the most important detail, of course, is we're going to add the name of the city and the coordinates, which will give it the final touch. Choose a nice font and we are set. So there you have it, this is our final poster right here. Now at the beginning of the video I showed you a few examples of minimalistic maps, and some of them included the silhouettes of the cities, like in this case right here. So let me just quickly show you how to get a similar result. Now the first thing you want to do is eliminate the background on your map. So just go ahead and click select at the top of the page, choose color range and click anywhere in the black background. Adjust the fuzziness to 100 and then inverse the selection. Create a mask here and the background is now gone. Now change the color of the background layer to dark gray, and now we just need to get the silhouette of the city. So for that you can use websites like RawPixel or Pexels, which will offer you high quality license-free stock footage. Or you can just use a photo of your own if you want to. The process is exactly the same no matter what. So just get a picture with a nice skyline like this one right here, import it on Photoshop, adjust the size, and then just click remove background. Now the selection sometimes is not perfect, so just use the quick selection tool to include the areas of the image that you do not wish to delete. Now create a mask and the background is gone. And finally, because we want just the silhouette and not the actual picture, we're going to extract the silhouette from this image. So just right click the mask you just created and choose add mask to selection. Now with the selection in place, create a new layer and paint it black. Adjust the layer orders to bring the map to the top and change the blending mode to exclusion on the map layer. Finally, duplicate the silhouette layer and bring it to the top and change the opacity to 50%. Add the text, the coordinates, and there you have it. We got ourselves a beautiful poster that looks just like a Nazi bestseller. Now, I would definitely recommend using really good quality mockups to showcase your maps, because that could seriously be the difference between having a really successful product or not. So there are two options here. You can definitely purchase really nice mockups from Etsy for a very low price, but if you already have a Midjourney subscription, I would totally recommend that you put it to work, because Midjourney can actually create some insanely high quality mockups, and the best part is that they will be 100% original and exclusive to your store. That is because Midjourney creates an entirely new image every time, even if you use the exact same prompt. So look at this. You can open the Discord app, go to your server, and ask the Midjourney bot to create you some awesome high quality mockups. So just type /imagine and then something like ultra realistic 16-inch by 20-inch picture frame mockup on an elegant Nordic living room or desk with cinematic lighting. And look at this, don't these look great? It just amazes me how good Midjourney is getting at this. And in just a few seconds, we got ourselves 4 amazing mockups that no one else has. Now as you can see, the picture in the image is not exactly the same scale that we asked for, but we can easily fix that with Photoshop. Now I'm just gonna rush through this part of the process because the point is to just show you what is possible with these tools. But if you guys are interested in learning how to prepare these mockups step by step, I'll be more than happy to make a dedicated video showing you how to achieve results like this. So now that we have our mockups, we're pretty much set. We can use them to showcase our downloadable maps as much as our print-on-demand versions in a very attractive way. Now if you want to sell your maps as a digital download, you're almost done. The digital option is really convenient in the sense that that there's very limited expenses on your behalf. Acquiring the maps is completely free, as we just saw, and your production costs pretty much come down to your Photoshop license, which you can get for $21 a month, and of course your Etsy fees, which are usually 9.5% of the listed price, plus an extra 45 cents per listing. Now, the second way in which you can sell these maps is as physical products using a print-on-demand provider. In this case, you'll be essentially drop shipping a finished product that is ready to hang on a wall. There are no inventory or storage costs to worry about, and the print provider pretty much takes care of all the logistics. So all you need to do is select a print-on-demand provider like Printify and browse through their catalog of white label products. Now, to be fair, you could print these maps on almost anything, like cups, t-shirts, and journals. Now, if you go to the top of the page where it says catalog and then go to the home and living section, you'll find posters as well as canvases. And there, you'll find a wide range of options to choose from. You can print these as frameless pictures or select a framed option as well. Now, in this case, we're going to go with the framed option, so just choose the design that you like and click where it says Start Designing. Now, this is essentially the product canvas, and here's where you drop your map design. Now, before we do that, go to the top right-hand corner of the screen and click where it says Product Variants. Here you can select not only the color of the frame, but also the size of the poster. So as you can see, in a black frame, this supplier provides us with 7 size options. In this case, we're going to be working with a 16 by 24 inch picture, and as soon as you click Update, the canvas on the page is going to adapt to the selected size. Now, remember the proportions that I used in Photoshop to create our poster? Well, this is where I got them from. It is ideal to export your image to match the exact size of your canvas so you won't have to stretch it later on and possibly lose image quality. So just click here where it says Add Design From, my device in this case, and select your image. And look at that, it looks amazing. Now, of course, you can adjust the size a little bit if you need to, move it around and place it exactly where you want it. And once you're happy with it, just hit preview and look at that, it looks really great. I really hope this was useful for you guys. If you're interested in learning how to create and sell another really profitable product on Etsy, make sure to watch this video right here. And please leave your comments down below, I'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. I know I haven't been uploading a lot these past few weeks, but now I'm back fully, so I really hope to see you guys here next week. You have a great day.